Little Jesus and the Forgotten Lunch. One day, little Jesus and his friends were getting ready to go to school. They stopped in front of John's house and called for him. Little Jesus, John, let's go. It's time for school. John came out of the house, excited to see his friends. His mother was working in the basement. Happy to see his friends, John called out, "Bye, Mom," and joined them. All the friends happily walked to school together. Just as they left, John's mother noticed he had forgotten his lunchbox. She hurriedly taken his lunch and called out, "John." But John and his friends were already gone. Worried, she thought, "Oh no, John left his lunch. He'll be hungry until evening." The village school in Laurentia was beautiful. When the bell rang for lunch, little Jesus and his friends eagerly grabbed their lunch baskets and headed to the meadow under a large tree where they usually ate. They sat in a circle, laughing, talking, and sharing the food they had brought. It was then that John realized he had forgotten his lunch at home. Feeling too shy to ask his friends for food, he sat alone under a tree a little further away. Little Jesus noticed John sitting by himself. He went over to him and asked, "John, why aren't you eating with us?" John, stumbling over his words, replied, I forgot my lunch at home, Jesus. Mom must have prepared it, but I just forgot to bring it." Little Jesus sat down next to John and put a comforting hand on his shoulder. "John, you should have told us. We can all share our food. It wouldn't be right for you to be hungry while we eat. Let's go join the others." Jesus led John back to the group. When the friends saw John, little Jesus took some food from his own lunch and gave it to him. Inspired by this, the other friends shared their food with John as well. Peter was the only one who didn't share his food. The friends asked Peter why he wouldn't share. Peter said, "I don't have anything for John to eat." The friends laughed, thinking Peter was joking. Seeing this, little Jesus closed his eyes and prayed for a moment. Then he said, "Peter, you don't have to share your food if you don't want to. Eat it yourself." Peter happily opened his food container. To his surprise, it was empty. The friends complimented him for the delicious food he brought, but Peter seemed confused. He squinted at his food and said, "I can't see my food properly." The friends laughed and said, "Peter, the food is right there. Eat it." Peter looked at little Jesus with tears in his eyes. Little Jesus smiled gently and said, "When we share our food with friends, it becomes more than just food, it becomes something special." Peter finally understood and laughed. "Did I really say I wouldn't share?" All the friends looked at Peter with happiness. They asked, "Are you serious?" Peter nodded, "Oh yes, I brought plenty for everyone." Little Jesus asked, "John, will you eat too?" Peter smiled and said, "I won't let him go hungry." With joy, little Jesus said, "Then let's all share and enjoy together." Peter looked at his dishes again and saw that there was more food than he had brought. He looked at Jesus, who gave him a knowing blink. Peter smiled back. Everyone ate happily, sharing their food and laughter. Little Jesus said, "Remember, friends, none of us should be hungry. When we share, we find joy and our food seems to multiply. Always share and eat with your friends." And so, the friends understood the importance of sharing and the happiness it brought. Hello children, would you share your food with others?